As for how Hero 82 and zeb316 have been doing, I'm not entirely sure what their record against each other is. I think I saw Hero 82 win at least one of the races against zeb316, but I'm not sure if this is the second or third race. So there is that. Anyways, looks like the cropping has almost been completed here, and our runners will be getting started here. Our trackers have been reset, and Dark Grid has started this race. The countdown has begun. All four runners will in fact be playing on the same seed. And they will be getting started. There, CheeseReaver is off, while the other runners are just... Appears we have some some delay from the other runners here. CheeseReaver is getting a huge start here over the other runners. And their hero's timer goes off in Zeb's. As for Ross, I'm not quite sure. He doesn't appear to have a timer. But Cheese could afford to have a nice 20-second pause. So we get if that's possible, get these runners a little closer together. And maybe give Ross a timer. Everyone's going through their parlors. So I've had a little bit better of a parlor than Hero did. Ross does not go for the moonfall, he's counting. Anyways, I wonder what the first item is. We'll find out here in just a moment. It is the Nice Beam, which means they will have no struggles making their way through to Bot Wound today. That's good. Unfortunately for Ross, he had to go up to Wreck Ship in his last race because he could find neither ice nor speed. But at least with this race, that won't be a huge issue. Morph Ball, unsurprisingly, is in the ceiling, where it has to be due to logic. And there's an energy tank to the right of the ceiling. Early health always helps. Alrighty. Fortunately, Ross is messing up here a little bit, but finally gets the Morph Ball. And there is a Super Missile down below. Early supers are always nice because it means you'll be able to get all of those pesky items that require green doors. Unfortunately, without power bombs, there's not much more they can do in Blue Brinstar, which means they will have to return here later. If there is in fact something important, there are 4 locations that they cannot check under Mother Brain's tank. Actually 5 if you include the speed booster location to the right of the climb. So there are quite a few items here that might need checking later on. Unfortunately, due to having ice, this Pyro room becomes slightly more irritating. One of the detriments of having early ice. Also makes farming quite annoying. You can see quite a few of our runners have opted to turn it off. Very understandably so. Ross has got his timer back. Wonderful. You can see that CheeseReaver is making his way up the parlor. However, he's kind of struggling a little bit with it. He's fallen behind Ross in terms of and the other runners in terms of movement here. It's going to be difficult to constantly remember the fact that CheeseReaver is about 20 seconds ahead of everyone, though. But it appears there is, in fact, bombs! Oh, which means we will be seeing a Bomb Torizo fight today. But they have supers, so he will go down in 2 shots. 3 shots? 2 shots. I'm pretty sure it's 2 shots. Because I think supers do double damage to Bomb Torizo. Yeah, it is 2 shots. Well, that is 4 Bomb Torizos fought and 4 dead Bomb Torizos. Gotta say, gotta kind of feel bad for the guy. That is a lot of supers on the screen for Ross. Alright. Everyone now doing their Alcatrazes. Everyone opting to go down. All of them to get this item here in the main shaft. Totally the smart decision. Can't forget this is here. I actually forgot this item existed for a second. But it appears that they have missiles. Always nice to have a few missile tanks, especially for Fantoon. Oh boy. Alright, Zeb and Hero. Both going up. Wonder if anyone will go down. We'll make the YOLO play. I can't say it'd be a smart decision, but certainly an option. Or if anyone's going to check Gauntlet early. Certainly only need... Oh, it looks like Ross might be going to Gauntlet. While everyone else will be finding the missiles and Terminator. Yes, he is saving, which means he is in fact going to Gauntlet. Bold play. Bold play. There were 3 items in Gauntlet, so there is certainly reason to go there. Hero being the first to make their way down into the Brinstar section. Let us see what we find here at the early supers location. They do have supers, but they will have to mockball because they do not have speed. Mockballs are pretty simple, especially for these runners. Now, so there is a super down below. And what is in this next room here? I see a missile tank. I see another missile tank. And it appears Ross got grabbed by a yapping maw. And behind is a super missile. Oh my, slightly more exciting. Especially earlier on, supers are always nice. Ooh, Ross! And there's a super at the vanilla supers. Excuse me, a missile tank at the vanilla supers. Take it slow, Ross. Alright, and he's safe. Alright, but he still has one more room to go. There is a super here. He's going to have to really take it slow here. And it appears to have opted to take the supers here down below. As did Hero. But they don't have power bombs, so they cannot check this location. Alright. Cutting it close. Now, they will be getting to Big Pink. This part always scares me. The part where Ross is at right now. Oh yeah, Moon Dance could get them down there. That's true. They find an E-Tank. Smart wall jumping by Ross. He has to do this again. Slow yourself and calm yourself. You can do it. Oh, there he goes, and he survives the gauntlet threat. I had to keep my eye on that one. That was scary. Unfortunately, there's really not much they can do with Big Pink today because they only have supers. And what are the rewards? Ouch. Yikes. The reserve tank and the missile tank. It's gotta hurt. It's really gotta hurt. Oh, he's not checking Terminator! Not that there's anything important at Terminator. Joke's on you. Reserves are like 100 additional hits against Dragon. And just more supers at Green Hill Zone. So far, we are pretty deep into this Brinstar section here, and we haven't found a single item that actually lets us do anything interesting. Which means either our runners can go down to Kraid, or they can go up to Wreck Ship and hope that there is an item in Red Tower, or else they will be soft-locked in Red Tower and have to go all the way around again. Well, not soft-locked, but they will not be able to come back the way they came. So I imagine all of our runners will be going down to fight Kraid and head into Warfare to see what's at High Jump today. This is probably the least exciting seed I've seen today. But to be fair, I've only seen 1.5 seeds. Oh, and Spazer is the first power bombs of the day. That is going to be very key, which means Spazer is a required check. Actually, that's not true. It is not required. There are probably other power bombs out there to be had. That looked like a deboost by Zeb. He must have not quite sure what he deboosted off of, but probably actually, I'm not quite sure what he deboosted off of. More supers here above Kraid's lair. Oh my gosh. Hero did not think he got that wall jump, but he did. Hero charged me, we only have a missile. Now, the real question is, what will be behind Kraid today? What will Kraid provide for us? Zeb being the first to engage Kraid. And gets the Kraid quick kill. No DLC boss fight today. And we find that there is merely a super tank behind Kraid. Darkred heard Ridley and marked Ridley, but in reality it was just Kraid that died. Ridley is not going to be dead 12 minutes in. Who am I kidding? With this many supers this early, Chargeless seems more likely than ever. Especially considering we haven't actually seen any of Wreck Ship or any of Norfair or even Red Tower. CheeseReaver's beginning his Kraid fight. See how he does. Looks good to me. Oh no, he didn't fire off a 4th super. We get the Kraid DLC and Zeb picks up the gravity suit while Ross is making his way to the vanilla power bombs of this seed at least, located at Spazer. Gravity suit's a pretty exciting item to find, I must say. Everyone will be getting it before too long. Ross finally picks up his power bombs. Alrighty. Going down into Norfair, just presumably, they can't actually do hell runs with 2E tanks unless they get really, really lucky with that drop RNG. Meridia is an optional play. Meridia, and they can full clear Meridia at this point. They have everything they need. Ross and CheeseReaver with the high five. CheeseReaver picking up his gravity suit. And more supers here above high jump. Wow, they're getting tons and tons of ammo today. Oh, CheeseReaver is opting to skip out on Norfair, heading straight to Meridia, being the first to make that decision. Zeb also decides to head to Meridia. However, he did check high jump and did not find that there was anything too desirable there. So it does appear that CheeseReaver has made the correct decision. Here comes Rossu's Kraid fight. And he gets that nice quick kill. No DLC boss fight for Ross. Now the real question is, will he opt to go do some heat runs? He does have the health he needs if he does make that option or make that play. But with Meridia in logic, fully clearable. Well, besides, I guess they can't quite full clear it. They can't really check Plasma yet. But besides Plasma, they can full clear it. They find that Varia is at Crab Supers today. Oh boy. What an easy seed we got here for suits. Oh. That is quite interesting. CheeseReaver trying to get this bomb jump up to whatever that item is. Don't tell Cheese that Varia suit is what even is this item anyways that Cheese has hunted? Just a power bomb? Do you really want a power bomb that badly? Ross picks up his gravity suit. And there is a missile at Mama Turtle, along with a power bomb. Zeb has taken a hefty lead, though, with that Varia suit. CheeseReaver finally heading out as Ross heads down into Norfair, but unfortunately he will not find what he's looking for. He will once again not find his Varia suit. Oh, this is I do hope he chose and checks Meridia. CheeseReaver picking up his Varia suit about the same time Hero is. If you ignore the fact that there is a 18-second time differential between the two runners. But nobody needs to know that. That is certainly an option, is to leave Varia and go do high jumpless lava dive. Actually, they could probably just high jumpless lava dive is an option, or they could just opt to gravity jump up there, which is probably a little easier. Lower Norfair, however, is not currently in logic without space jump. But going to Norfair is a sound play for sure. You can see CheeseReaver, Hero, and Zeb are all opting to do that. Ross is now coming up. High fives with just about everybody. He will hopefully opt to... Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Ross! No, wreck ship is not the play! Please don't go to wreck ship. I know you didn't go to wreck ship last seed and lost because of it, but this is the seed where you really need to not go to wreck ship. Oh boy. Oh, this is not good for Ross. His routing is going to lose him another race. Well, CheeseReaver finally checks the high jump location and finds nothing there. But For now, I think I'm going to try and focus on Zeb and Hero, who are actually rather close together. Hero is opting straight down to Lower Norfair, which is certainly the play. Oh no, he wants to farm. Is he farming for missiles? He's got plenty of supers. Now, what's going to be interesting is what we will find here in Red Tower. There is a missile tank for us today, and another missile tank. Oh no. Oh no. Gosh, I really do hope Ross can find like high jump, plasma, wave, and charge all in wreck ship, or else this is going to be a hefty time loss. Hero, the first to arrive at the Lower Norfair elevator, and he opts to go for the I think I actually didn't quite see what strat he opts for, but considering he has Barrier equipped, I'm going to assume he went for the gravity jump. Which was kind of... Oh boy! Oh, Zeb finds Speed Booster. That's going to speed up his Lower Norfair a little bit. Fortunately, that puts a wrench in Ross's plan of finding a bunch of good items in Wreck Ship. But what do we have here at the back of Wreck Ship? Excuse me, Norfair Reserve. We have an E-tank and the reserve tank. One of everything. Hero has now begun his Lower Norfair journey, but the question is, will he check Golden Torizo? And that is a big negatory. He will not. He has bombs. Why would he need to? He's got everything he needs. He'll be doing some nice bomb jumping up, unless he wants to go for a nice pixel perfect wall jump. I think I know what Ross plans on doing here. I can't say if he does plan on going to Volcano before he heads back into Brinstar. I can't say I agree with his decision. Volcano is a huge amount of time for one item with that bomb jump he has to do. It certainly looks like he's going up to Volcano. Yikes, this is going to cost him quite a bit. Oh, he's bomb jumping from the ground. Okay, there he goes for the air bomb jumps. I'll save him a bit. This is going to take him a long time, though. And we can see that Hero is also bomb jumping on the bottom left. Lots of bomb jumping today. Don't get hit by that enemy. Oh no, he gets hit, but he's okay. Oh no, Ross messes up the IBJ at the very top. That's gotta hurt. And Hero is checking out Mickey Mouse Room while Zeb just came back from Speed Booster. Fortunately, didn't find anything too exciting over there. We have at Mickey Mouse Room another energy tank. That's going to help Hero out for the fight with Ridley. While it appears CheeseReaver's trying to make his way right now over to a Speed Booster and Wave Beam, double chamber. And Ross finally made it to the top of Volcano, and he finds a power bomb tank that he chooses to grab. Alrighty, doesn't look like Zeb found anything exciting at Double Chamber, which is the true worst room of the game. I imagine he'll head down to Lower Norfair now. Ross opting for Wreck Ship. Let's see what we find at the moat today. Just the missile tank. Chooses to grab the missile tank. I suppose it was in his way. It's not like he had much of a choice. Will he get the CWJ though? He does not. Chooses to infinite bomb jump as opposed to just getting this easy gravity jump. It's his choice. CheeseReaver entering Lava Dive. I think... No, never mind. It seems Ross... Oh, Ross was not quite too far to the right. I was a little worried there, but he dropped the bomb jump. Zeb entering lava dive. CheeseReaver having just completed his lava dive. Let's see how... Oh, boy. Zeb, are you chickening out? Oh, I see what he's doing. He wants to go for... Oh, that is a smart decision. Chronic boost. Unfortunately, he does not quite get the D boost off the enemy. Just supers in the ocean today. But a nice lava dive by Zeb. Hero dealing with those metal pirates. Takes them out, and he will be getting to Ridley here in just a moment. He's got 32 supers and 30 missiles at the moment. Who knows? He may do some farming. Ross actually has enough ammo now to kill Mother Brain. With 5 additional missiles, you need 40 and 60, and currently Ross has 30 and 65. So in terms of ammo, he can stop collecting miners. But an extra super tank or 2 wouldn't hurt. Zeb is setting up here for fast pillars. CheeseReaver finishes the bomb jump. Oh, and nice fast pillars. Hero has begun fighting Ridley, and he's having a pretty good fight so far. CheeseReaver finds that there is nothing exciting in Mickey Mouse Room today. And it seems like Lower Norfair was in fact a bust in terms of exciting drops, which might mean that Ross could find a few exciting items in Wrecked Ship. However, unfortunately, this will still put him really far behind, even if he does find a few goodies. With how much ammo everyone has right now, having a charged plasma spacer, charged ice wave plasma might not help as much anymore. And we do know that speed is in Norfair. And we do find that there is an energy tank behind Ridley. Just one more energy tank for Hero, and he can, in fact, set up for... Fantoon is dead for Ross. Which means... he has 2 bosses left to go. CheeseReaver saving at the Lower Norfair save point. Can't blame him for that. He only has 4 E-tanks at the moment. And he is going up. Not quite sure what he's trying to check right now. Doesn't really make sense to check Firefly after you save, though. Does find a super pack, though. Nice Shine Spark by Zeb. Is going to deal with all of those annoying key hunters. And Ross finds Space Jump at the right side supers. That will, in fact, help him out for Lower Norfair. Will save him a pretty decent chunk of time. There is time to be saved over these other runners by not having to do infinite bomb jumps. Zeb entering the wasteland here. Hero is finally checking the Firefly to find out that there are more supers here to be had. I've noticed that Zeb has not in fact checked the... there, now he is. Ah, that was a pretty smart play to kill out those Diskegas from below. And he finds that there's an E-tank here. CheeseReaver opts for a different strat. He's going to have to deal with those Disgigas on his way back, but that is a very helpful E-Tank for him, considering how low he was. Ross finds that there is an E-Tank here over at Wreck Ship E-Tank. Vanilla, is this even randomized? Nice Shine Sparks by Zeb. Swiftly deals with those metal pirates. Oh no, CheeseReaver just accidentally does the vertical wind spark. Not quite what he was looking for there. I don't think Ross will do hell runs at this point. He knows that Norfair is not in logic unless he has speed. And the only location in Norfair that makes that speed makes logic access is the item in Bubble Mountain. So I do think he will check Meridia for Varia because he knows it can't be in Norfair. Hero taking a few hits from these key hunters, but he is able to make it out alive. Two simultaneous fights with Ridley on the screen right now. Zeb, however, is almost finished fighting this little dragon we got here. And he gets grabbed. Ridley is down for Zeb. And Ridley is down for CheeseReaver as well. They will find that there is not a particular helpful item behind Ridley today. Just an E-Tank. Ross skipped charge apparently in the back of Attic. Dang. He certainly has plenty of ammo, so I can't say I disagree with that. But that is a bold play. Skipping charge beam. Oh, and there's Plasma. Oh my god. I'm certain he's a little salty about that one. Go back for it, Ross. Oh, there's Wave! That is cosmic brain right there. I'm going to have to ask him for his reaction on this one. What was he thinking skipping charge beam when both Plasma and Wave are immediately the following items? Yes. You know, I did mention that if he found all of the beams in Wreck Ship, it would help him out, and what do you know? He found all of the beams. I do feel bad that Varia is in Meridia, though, at Crab Supers. So charge is not, in fact, in Wreck Ship? I wasn't actually looking. That's just what I was told. That was Spazer he passed on in right attic. Oh, in that case, he made the right play. I was about to say, why would you possibly skip out on charge? Thank God. Never mind, Ross. You're okay in my book. There is a super, another super for Ross here. That'll put him up to 75. And he opts to skip it. I imagine he will wall jump back up here to check this item. And it is just a missile tank. Nothing too fancy. Hero making his way. Oh, Hero never found Speed Booster because he never checked Norfair Reserve. Means he has to take the long way through High Tide and Cathedral. Yikes. And unfortunately, Wreck Ship only had Wave and Plasma. And Space Jump 2, I suppose. A bunch of goodies, but unfortunately not really enough to make Wreck Ship worth it earlier on. Gotta say, I can't say that Ross has much of a shot here at winning. But CheeseReaver has CheeseReaver doesn't have Oh no, he has exactly enough ammo to deal with Mother Brain right now. 60 and 40, exactly the amount he needs. And he is not checking double chamber. He is in go mode. But picking up some extra ammo might help him. He does have, if Charge Beam is in fact at Main Street missiles, then he will spark up for charge and was presumably grab it, but we'll see. Ross is now heading down. I hope he goes to Meridia. I hope he doesn't do any hell runs. He will find Speed Booster, but unfortunately that is all he will find. Zeb is currently heading out of Norfair, making his way over to Meridia. Speed Booster will make a hefty time difference here. These rooms that Hero is currently gravity jumping through, Zeb will just be able to spark through. And he will be able to... Oh, Ross is checking X-ray. That's a decision. Wonder where High Jump is, though. High Jump, Spring Ball. Both unknown items right now. And we find that there is just a missile at X-ray. Oh, Hero opts... Oh, X-ray is in fact at Beach today. And opts not to check the other two Beach items. Zeb grabs the Charge Beam. So the Charge Beam was in fact not in Rex Shep as I had been previously told, and it was in fact at Main Street Missiles. Ross is going up to check Eticoons, and presumably... No, he is in fact just going to check Eticoons at Big Pink. Rossu, you do not know how far off the mark you are. I feel for this routing. You're making some plays, but they are not the right ones. Oh! Zeb finds High Jump and almost did not have enough health to make his way up there. I am worried. Hero, however... Ooh, an E-Tank is going to help you out, though. Hero, however, is just making his way through. Oh, but he is required to get that grappling beam at Bot Wound, which is actually kind of useful item to find considering he doesn't actually have Speed Booster. That would have helped for the Ridley farm, though. You can see Zeb's farming right now for ammo for Bot Wound, presumably. But little does he know that grappling beam awaits him to fry the shrimp. Electrocution is a painful death. Ah, nice short charge by Zeb. And it looks like CheeseReaver is opting to save, which means he may in fact check the sand pits. And a nice, quick bot wound kill by Zeb. Zeb is just a few minutes behind Hero, but he does have some extra equipment in the form of High Jump and Speed Booster. Sees the grappling beam, but has no need for it. Will be making his way through. Ross finds power bombs at the E-Tank. That's not what he's looking for. He really, really needs to find something useful. I'm not even sure what he can find at this point. Like Spring Ball? That's the only major we don't know at this point. Spring Ball is it. Spring Ball was vanilla in the last seed. It'd be pretty funny if it was vanilla in this seed too. Oh, no one has found Screw. I completely forgot about that item. Screw attack is also in the unknown. Oh, I lied. Ross has found Screw. at the Goons. Speaking of the devil, yeah. As I was saying, Spring Ball is the only item in which our runners have not seen yet today. Ross is going to have a very easy lower Norfair with what he's got now. But he still doesn't have Varia. I imagine he will be off to Meridia now, though. He still can't check us. Check the speedway that lies under Charge Beam. And Dragon is almost dead for Zeb. And down Dragon goes. And has a blue suit. So he will have a quick... Oh, it does not opt to. Okay. Ross is checking Billy Mays. We can see that Zeb has already caught up to Hero. They are in the same room. They are only moments apart. We can see that Zeb's extra items is going to save him so much time over Hero. Having high jump and speed, it's a huge time difference. CheeseReaver entering Dragon now. See how Cheese does with his Dragon. He does have speed and high jump. And it appears Ross did not find anything. He did not find the Spring Ball he was looking for. Rossu has lost 2 consecutive seeds to bad routing. Yikes, that's gotta hurt. Despite having speed, Cheese does opt for the the grappling beam kill. And I'd like to point out that Zeb has in fact passed Hero. Oh, almost misses that jump though. That would hurt him a little bit. Hero here is going to have to gravity jump over. Oh no, he's got grappling beam. Oh, but he misses it. Oh no. Wait. Ross is... What is Ross doing? He's heading back. Oh, I see. He probably just checked Mother Brain's tank. For a second, I thought he was heading down to Norfair, but that is not what he was doing, fortunately. CheeseReaver is heading out of Meridia now. Only has Fantoon left to kill. Zeb now making his way over to the moat. Going to have an easy time crossing the moat here with both high jump and speed booster. However, Hero is deciding that he wants to check some extra items. He's hunting for speed, I think. Unfortunately, we do know that there is nothing in Red Tower, which will give Zeb all the time he needs to make an even further lead. Ross finally cracking the tube. He will finally be able to find all of the his various suit that he desires here. And if he goes up the Dragon, he will find high... he can't get... if he does Crab Clip, he can get the high jump boots. But it seems he will be checking Mama Turtle first. And we know that there is nothing at Mama Turtle. But I don't think he... I really don't think he checked. What was that? Main Street Missiles. I'm not sure if you can check Main Street Missiles from Main Street Supers. Grab Supers, rather. Power Bombs and Missiles. Nothing too exciting. Zeb has entered Fantoon. And let's see how he does. Not quite the best, round against Fantoon. I wonder if any of our runners will opt to hunt for beams. I can't imagine they have any reason to at this point. They have so many supers. That'd just not be the correct... Oh no. Zeb did not fire off a super. Could have killed Fantoon right there if he had. It's unfortunate. It has to sit through an extra cycle. I don't think it'll make a huge difference here, though. Ross does, in fact, finally find his Variasuit. And Zeb is the first of our runners today to take out all 4 bosses. Ross is, in fact, heading straight down. I imagine he will go straight to Lower Norfair and not check anything, and he will miss out on both his speed booster and high jump as a result. Similarly to Hero. But having space jump and screw attack will make his Lower Norfair significantly easier. However, the extra beams will not really do him much other than easing the fight with the Diskegas and the Key Hunters. Hero is currently battling Fantoon. CheeseReaver is just entered Fantoon today. Let's see how CheeseReaver's Fantoon fight goes. Alright, able to get those missiles in right there. I see a nice Doppler here. That was okay, I suppose. Pretty good first round. Doesn't quite have enough for 2 round, though. I think we will be seeing a 3 round from CheeseReaver. And Fantoon is dead on Hero's screen. Zeb opts to save at the shot. No, he just wants to refill. Ross making his way over to the Lower Norfair elevator here. And that is the second pattern from CheeseReaver. Let's see how... Oh, he gets a fast. Fortunately, can't quite fire that missile into Fantoon's eye. A little slow. Nice chronic deboost by Ross. And Fantoon is dead for CheeseReaver. Pretty good fight. Zeb being the first to arrive. Oh, Hero's actually checking some wreck ship locations here. Just the one, though. Little does he know, if he goes to Attic, he will find his wave and plasma beam. Not that they will do anything for him without the charge beam, though. It's kind of interesting to say this, but all 3 of our runners have done basically the same route. Ross was the only one who didn't go to Meridia and saved Meridia for literally the last possible check, and as a result is so far behind these other runners, having 2 bosses left, while the others are already heading, or already in Turian. It's kind of unfortunate to think about. Oh, Ross drops a space jump and heads to the bottom of Amphitheater. Having some nice platforming, though. Zeb finishing off the 3rd Metroid room. Hero's healing at the ship before heading over to Turian. I actually think that CheeseReaver could in fact beat Hero with the extra speed booster and high jump. This race is not over yet. Oh, that is true. There is, in fact, an 18-second differential that I have forgotten about. And Ross finds his 5th energy tank. It's kind of funny looking at the fact that everyone has twice as many E-tanks as Ross. Not anymore. Nah, Cheese is in fact racing Ross, but they are all in the same SRL room, so if they want more SRL points, they're going to have to beat the other runners. After all, nothing is more exciting than beating others for SRL points. Nice grouping strat by Hero. I actually like that. Ross enters Ridley. See how Cheese does with the grouping strat in this first room. It's always interesting how they deal with it. Opting to lure them all together. Plus it lowers your health, which is nice. Whiffing some supers. Not that it's a huge deal. Zeb is struggling to get this Zeb skip here. Unfortunately, it appears his name is not checking out. There he gets it. Nice Zeb skip. And Rossu is now heading over to Dragon it, presumably as fast as he possibly can. CheeseReaver is through the Metroid rooms and will be attempting the baby skip. Actually, I'm not even sure you can do baby skip without a space jump. Zeb has begun his Mother Brain 2, and he does have 63 supers, which is more than enough to deal with Mother Brain. And unfortunately, he is whiffing a few, so I wonder if after he runs out, will he opt for some ice shields? Yeah, unfortunately, he has missed more than enough supers to where he will not be killing Mother Brain today. Oh, and he takes a hit from the... Oh, I guess I miscounted. It is confirmed that I am bad at counting. He must have hit with exactly 60. Alrighty. Refill on missiles before heading over to fight Mother Brain. Can't blame you for that one, CheeseReaver. Hero opting to save. Also a reasonable play. Zeb unfortunately did not quite have enough health to do the stand-up glitch, which probably wouldn't have done much to begin with, considering the lack of ammo and only having Ice Beam. And Hero deals with Mother Brain 1. Mother Brain 2 has begun. Unfortunately, Hero does not have the luxury of having Charge Beam. And the baby is dead for Zeb, which means Mother Brain 3 is about to meet her doom. I'd say give it 20 seconds. At the most. That was about right, 20 seconds. And CheeseReaver has fired some supers onto Mother Brain, while Hero has begun the Resident Sleeper part of this fight, where you just watch a cutscene and can't do anything. Ross has just begun his trek through Meridia. He did not find speed, which means he will not be getting Charge Beam, and he will not be getting High Jump. Zeb is on his way out. He does not know that Hero is currently on his tail. Zeb struggling just a little bit with the Leodox room. CheeseReaver is now in the same cutscene that Hero is in. And a nice spark for Zeb. He will be out of here shortly. But will he save the animals? Find out shortly. He does not save the animals. Poor animals. And Zeb finishes with an official SRL time of 54:18, which is actually the same as his real time. Surprising. However, Hero is now begun his escape, while CheeseReaver is about to begin his Mother Brain 3 fight. Just shortly, though, we will find out where the legendary spring ball was hidden all of this time. I know I am interested. I don't know about the rest of you, chat. But it would be just splendid if it showed up vanilla again. Hero entering the Leodox room. CheeseReaver having just finished off Mother Brain 3, and Ross is currently heading through Coliseum. He is about to enter his fight with Dragon. He is in fact checking this item though in the back and finds that it is not anything useful. In fact, it's probably worse than a reserve tank. And that's saying something considering he already has a reserve tank. Reserves are pretty good. Once you have more than one of them, they don't really do much for you. Assuming you have a suit, of course. Alright. Hero makes his way through the climb. Ross has begun fighting Dragon and is just firing and pumping supers into our little shrimp. Oh, I guess she's not that little.
Hey! Can you hear me?
I can. How's it going, Zeb?
Pretty good.
Congratulations on your run.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were, I'd say you were behind, but your additional charge beam, your speed booster, and the high jump that you picked up were enough to put you in the lead.
Yeah, I figured I might have been in trouble because I know Hero does run low % ice. So I know that he's really used to all this kind of stuff. He's like really good at that, but which is why I decided to check all of Bubble Mountain before going into Lower North Fair. I figured if I found something that would help me with that.
Yeah, it was certainly a risk I pointed out because checking it early is it's not faster.
Yeah, it's definitely slower if you're going to check it either way. But if there's something that helps you in Lower North Fair, that can pay off.
Hero finishes with an official SRL time of 56:33, and CheeseReaver finishes with a third place time of 57:15. GG to the runners. Ross is nowhere near the end of the game, having just killed Dragon.
Yeah, the fact that Aqueduct was both high jump and an E-tank was ridiculous for me.
Yeah, your health was not the best at that point. There were a few locations where a lot of our runners were low on health and found E-tanks. I remember CheeseReaver was really low and then found an E-tank in Wasteland.
Yeah, I was like that too. Hey, Cheese. GG.
GG, Cheese.
Now
Ross,
I can hear you.
Ross,
what the heck happened?
Your routing lost you 2 races. How do you feel about that one?
Well,
Let me guess, you did go to Wreck Ship first this time.
Yes, he did.
I didn't
And
go to Wreck Ship first this time.
No, that you checked Norfair. And after going to high jump, you went up to Wreck Ship, and then you cleared literally everything else out before you went to Meridia and found Varia, whereas everyone else immediately went to Meridia and got Varia and went down to Norfair.
Well,
So to give you an update, Main Street Missiles was Charge Beam. Speed Booster was at the missile tank before Norfair Reserve. And let's see, High Jump was in Aqueduct.
yeah, I was never gonna get those.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I blind checked Main Street, and I mean it worked for me. Though with only Ice Beam, charge wasn't really.
Yeah, so Spazer, Wave, and Plasma were all in the upper reaches of Wreck Ship.
Where was Space Jump? Did you see?
Space Jump was at Right Side Supers.
Side Supers. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
there
wasn't
were
gonna find any of that.
there was plenty of exciting stuff in Wreck Ship, but nothing that would have helped Ross come back from not finding Varia. As for Spring Ball, I'm about to see it now, but that is the only major nobody found.
Is it
Probably a
vanilla
Spring Ball.
again?
Left
It was
Meridia Sandpit. It was actually, I pointed out that I put all my money on the last seed at Spring Ball being at Spring Ball, and that's where it was. Unfortunately, it's in the left Sandpit today.
Did anybody else find high jump boots?
I did.
Yes.
It was in Aqueduct.
No, I found them. It was just.
Oh, you found them. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
actually, I found it, and that E-Tank actually was almost more important for me than the high jump boots.
Same.
I had
was
like,
low on health, so I was looking for like an E-Tank.
I think I had sub 50 health at that point, so.
You also must have appreciated that E-Tank in Wasteland, CheeseReaver.
Oh yeah, because I mean, then I went down, saved past the red key hunters, realized I only had one power bomb.
Yeah, I saw it. I was wondering why you went after saving up back to Firefly Room and wondered what you could possibly want.
Yeah, I didn't realize I only had one power bomb, and then I mean I'm glad I did before I actually got to Wasteland, but still.
Anyways, congratulations to CheeseReaver and zeb316 who advanced to the next round. I'm sorry to Ross and sorry to Hero, who unfortunately have been knocked out at this tournament.
That's all good. I honestly expected the race to go both ways, either way. Cheese is a really good runner.
I expected Rossu to crush me because
No.
his movement is better than mine, and
Always
that's just
expect
a
everyone
statement
to
of
crush you.
fact.
Jeez.
That's only half the battle.
Showing up is half the battle, winning's the other half.
I mean that's fair, Zeb. I
mine-
do expect everybody to crush me.
My heart sank when we found bombs at Bomb Chorizo. I was like, oh god. Like,
Yeah, Ross,
where are the first
Ross
power
went-
bombs gonna be?
That is often
Ross
an
went and
awful
checked.
thing.
Ross went and checked Gauntlet immediately afterwards. He was the only one who made that play.
Ooh.
I was wondering if anyone else made that play.
Gauntlet with what do we have? One E-tank and just regular bombs. That's
It's
risky.
pretty tough.
That's fun.
He- I'm used to a lot of the 0 E-Tank gauntlets and 1 E-Tank gauntlets.
It's doable.
Well,
It's just is
if I have power bombs,
It's-
sure. Without
I
power
was a little
bombs,
worried. Ross didn't have the cleanest first room.
It's that the first room I don't have too much trouble with without power bombs. It's the back half with the spikes everywhere.
yeah, it's the last little blocks. The last so you have nowhere to stand and you have to wall jump to avoid the acid. That's
Yeah.
the room that really
You freaked me out a little, Ross, I'll be honest.
I had it under
Anyways.
control.
You did? You pulled it off. How's it going, Hero?
I was really hoping that.
going.
Oh, what's up, Hero?
What's up?
How do you feel about your run?
I thought I went pretty fast.
Unfortunately.
Not fast enough.
Unfortunately, it wasn't quite fast enough. So
yeah, I guess I made a couple of
unfortunately,
extra checks and they paid
Yeah,
off
I-
for me.
Main Street Missiles was a charge beam. Speed Booster was at Norfair Reserve, and High Jump was at Aqueduct.
And I got all those items.
Yeah.
Gosh, I
You were
I was at the Bubble Mountain save station and I was like, you probably saw me hopping in place for a minute and I was like,
Yep.
I was debating on waiting for a waiver to come back. and if the waiver would have come back quicker, I was going to freeze it and jump. I was not going to bomb jump up there. It would have been a huge waste of time. But
turns out it wouldn't have been a huge waste of your time.
I know.
But
as
you
it
couldn't
I
turned
have
took a
done
long
that.
time freezing it. It took me quite a while to freeze it and get up there. I froze it the first time, right? But then King Hack Attack hit me down when I jumped up.
But Hero was actually ahead until shortly after Dragon, where that speed booster, that high jump, and that charge beam just made all the difference.
Oh my gosh! Where was high jump boots?
High jump was in Aqueduct.
Oh my god! So
Waves, Phaser, and Plasmor and Wreck Ship. Screw Attack was Etikun's Power Bomb, and Spring Ball was at Left Sandpit. Space Jump was.
So running low ice.
Well.
So running low ice was not the play.
I thought I might have been in trouble because I knew that you ran low ice, and I'm a lot less comfortable with that, which is why I made the
Low
bubble
ice
mountain
is
checks.
always the play.
You know, I was actually a little worried that you'd have to start doing some ice shields, Zeb. You had exactly enough supers to kill the Mother Brain.
I think I had one extra at the end. So after MB1, I had 63 supers,
You missed.
and I missed 2, so I think I had one extra.
I thought you missed like 5, but apparently I can't count. Honestly, maybe it was just me wanting to see some ice shields, because ice shields are always exciting. But all of you put out a good run. It was a lot of fun to commentate and a lot of fun to watch. I freaked out because chat told I didn't quite catch what Ross saw at the right item to the right of this attic. I was told that it was charge beam, and I was told that Ross skipped it, and I freaked out. I was like, Ross, why are you skipping charge beam? And then he immediately found plasma in the ceiling immediately afterwards and wave down below, and I was like, how could you possibly skip charge beam when you immediately find plasma wave immediately after? And I was freaking out, like, why would you do this? And then chat told me that charge was at Main Street Missiles, and I calmed down.
It was Spazer.
Yeah, it was Spazer, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a little more reasonable to skip.
I saw the little amber color thing, and I was like, nope.
Especially after your last run where you picked up Spazer.
That was by accident. I meant to turn around.
Oh, I'm sure it was. But Ross, how do you feel about your first race since you didn't quite get to talk about that one?
Well, I mean, it's all about the route, you know?
Yeah, your rounding got you again.
I'm assuming we went completely opposite routes, and Cheese's route definitely paid off. Right ship first was the way to go.
I actually thought your route was pretty good, Ross, if you'd gone to wreck ship after landing site. I think that would have been really, really neat. But unfortunately, you went down to Norfair.
I said it in the chat earlier, but I read too much into Varia being at Gauntlet. I assumed that the seed wanted me to go straight to Norfair, so I followed and found nothing at all. So I had to turn back around. Actually, I think I did rest ship like super last. I did everything else before I went to rest ship. So
yep.
I did a lava dive and all that, and but.
And as it turned out, literally everything was.
I try to ignore Gauntlet logically, because logically you have to have screw attack to get through Gauntlet. You don't, but the logic thinks you do. So whatever you find in the back of Gauntlet is oftentimes not logically important.
Yeah, I don't even think Power Bombs puts Gauntlet in the logic.
Doesn't.
No, to go through Gauntlet, the game thinks you need screw attack.
That's ridiculous.
It is. And to get up there, it's only space jump, speed booster, or bombs.
So even if the game has a demo of Samus shine sparking through into Gauntlet, the game thinks you need screw attack.
Now, I may be wrong about the first item in Gauntlet.
Well, I think that you do need screw attack for the first item. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Logically, I doubt they separated it, so it probably is just all of it.
That seems like pointless coding. I'll be honest.
That is the SMRAT settings.
Yeah, it makes sense because I mean, Screw attack would be screw attack and power bombs would be the logical logic because
Yeah, I think power bombs are fine for that.
because even shine sparking in, you wouldn't be able to get out without screw attack logically, quote end quote.
That's fair. Unless you really want to do that super short charge.
Right, and that would only be in like hard logic.
Yeah.
Even I can't do that short charge. Though I wouldn't say that I'm very good at short charging.
I'm awful at short charging.
I can 3-tap on occasion, but no stuttering for me. No thank you.
I can 2-tap if I have visual cues.
Yeah, I saw Charge Beam in Meridia the first time I went in, but the second time I went in, I was actually considering skipping it. 70 and 25.
It was
I only had Ice Beam, so
I think it would have been a reasonable skip, but it also just, if by some dreadful event you don't have enough supers from Mother Brain,
Exactly.
just having charge.
I picked it up for safety.
Yeah, it would be terrible if like Metroid Room 3, left you a little short, and then Metroid Room 4 left you really short, and then you're like, well, I guess I wish I picked up charge.
Well, in this case, a lot of our runners got 70 or 80 supers.
You never want to have to use that charge ice against Mother Brain, but it's nice to have in the pocket.
Yep. Anyways, do anyone else have anything interesting to say about their runs or about their routing?
Do you know if you can soft lock at that aqueduct if I had exactly enough energy to get all the way up and I hadn't been paying attention? If I hadn't gotten all the way
don't
up?
actually know, but I was a little worried. But I imagine you could.
If you ran
I
out
was
of
really
energy
close.
in between the speed booster, the 2 speed booster blocks, if you ran out of health in between it, you'd soft lock there.
Actually,
I was pretty close.
I don't know, because I don't know if the bottom one.
Does the bottom one reappear?
You're-
I'm pretty sure it does.
If
I know
you're
that it's a
inside-
risk in Hundo.
If you're inside of it, I don't know if it will. I think you'll clip out of the bottom of it, but I'm not 100% sure. If you're too high, I think you will. It depends on where you run out of energy, I believe. If you run out too high, you'll get stuck with your like feet in it. But if your waist is in it, you'll fall out of the bottom. If that makes sense.
Huh.
So it's definitely a risk.
Yeah,
I should
I
have paid
was
more attention to my energy.
I was certainly worried because you made it to the top and your feet were in the blocks you destroyed.
Yeah, it was super close.
Apparently I had just a little bit more health than you did. I hit the ceiling, just barely.
Well, I guess the only thing that I have to say is the tournament was really fun, and I'm glad that the last race of the tournament for me was no I lost because of some silly shenanigans. It sounded like it was a really good race, and
Yeah, you two had the SMRAT. The only difference was Zeb did a few extra checks, a few extra key checks that really, really paid off.
yeah, I'm very excited to just have like, that's all you can ask for is like a round 3 super clean race and like just straight up getting beat by somebody who ran faster. Like that's awesome. Like that's really exciting.
Yep.
So good games to everybody. Good game, Zeb.
Good game.
And good luck. I hope you go super far. So thanks everybody.
Thanks, Whale, for commentating for us.
Absolutely, I had a lot of fun.
It's good, and
I think I'm gonna go eat dinner now.
thanks, Rossu, for the races. GG, man.
GG.
I'll try to do you proud when whoever it is, the next person.
I'm rooting on the Sephi coming up and challenging you.
Oh,
If I have to go
my.
against Sephi, you could just mark that one down as a loss right now. Call it a day.
He
Oh,
is
Sephi.
one of the 1, 2, 3, 4 runners that you might face.
Oh, no, I knew he was one of the options, but I think there's a couple of races that have to happen first, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sephi
I mean-
is dangerously skilled.
Even in the losers bracket where we are, I mean, yeah, we're in the losers bracket, but as deep in the losers bracket as we are, there are no bad runners left.
Yeah.
Like, nobody bad is left.
Yeah,
I mean,
Zeb faces the winner of Dareshu and Freya's. So that'll be an interesting race. And then the winner between you and Zeb and your opponent has to face off against Canadian Owl.
Oof.
Yikes.
Should be fun.
Good
It'll
luck, Zeb.
certainly will be a race to look forward to, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Well, GG everybody, and I'm gonna go do other stuff.
I think I'm gonna head
All
out.
right.
For the races.
See everyone later.
Bye.
Now I guess I'll hand it back to Speedrunners Arena for the stream to end and whatever races are to come, if there are any.
Yeah, Dark Grid, get on that.